Hi friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots. You're going to get this for free and you can burn it along with me. If you're new to my channel or I'm speaking too fast, you may want to go to the YouTube settings cog, go to playback speed and choose anything above the word normal to slow this down. I don't believe in fluff in videos. So I'm just going to pop a Dollar Tree chalkboard chipboard piece backwards. So we are on the back side. I'm going to pop it into the actual M2, but this can be done in any laser, CO2, or diode. For the M2, it takes a global photo, and then I choose to measure the distance by just tapping on the screen. Once that's done, you'll see the picture sort of shifts a little bit, and that gives us a true measurement. Now, if you've never done chalkboard, don't worry. It's not in the materials library. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a materials test, but I believe in teaching, so I'm going to show you how to make it. I chose R on my keyboard. I made a square. I selected engrave. Then I came up here, Command K or Control K to go to millimeters and type in 7 for my millimeters. I think that's a good size. Remember, we have set the mode. Then we can come down to applications. You can go into efficiency tool and hit this material test array. Now, for the purpose of this, I'm not cutting it out, so I'm going to delete the title. But in here, we know that there's a very strong relationship between power and speed. And if you are unfamiliar with that, don't worry. People like me, people in Facebook groups or YouTube or Reddit will always help you with settings on material tests. For this one, I'm going to go very low up to mid. I'm ending and only going to go up to about 300 speed. I am going for a vintage look, but I'm going to show you what happens. This is an iterative process. So I'm just going to change however many rows I want spacing, and then when I'm going to hit done, it locks it in. I'm going to hit ungroup and edit this. I remove the title. I highlighted all of these and turned them off for processing over on the right. I don't want them. I don't need them. I'm just here for the vibes, right? I'm just here to get the result. So I'm going to group all that together so I can keep it, and then I'm just going to process it. We're ready. So 6.5 minutes later, I'm going to get a test. Now, here you can see the material is processing, and when it is done, we just hit finished, and you can look at it if you like it, or you can set your settings, or you can try again. Now I'm going to try again because I got a lot of consistency and I'm going for vintage vibes. So I'm going to create another test. So I'm going to go between 50 and 60 and I'm going to hit this 300 to 150 again. Won't catch fire. Everything will be fine. 6.5 minutes later. Now while that's processing, you can see it's busy up in the right hand corner. I'm going to come over to AI Make. I'm going to choose engraving and then this one, typographic art. Because I have a funny saying, never drive faster than your guardian angel can fly. I'm going to type that into the blue prompt, and on style, I'm just going to choose which one I like. I like this one, handmade poster. Before I move on, I'm going to change the ratio to this very bottom one, 3x4. That's going to give me this exact shape. Now inside of Studio's AI Make, you can choose fast mode or quality mode. I'm going to leave it on fast because I have 3 free monthly iterations, as do you. So I'm going to hit the go button, and I believe in full transparency, so it took 9 seconds for this to come out. Now this is an image, and I don't want an image because I just tested vectors. So I'm going to come right here inside the AI Make chat, and I'm just going to click vectorize. Isn't that cute? All right, so what, 17 seconds later, I'm not really sure. Let's see, 17. Now I can do 2 things. Number one, I'm going to download it. I'm going to download it so in case I want to work with it again in another project. Second thing I'm going to do is click on it, and that's going to load it right here into my canvas. I always choose keep size because I'm the one who wants to edit it. I'm going to just change the color so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to use this transform control. Because it's a locked ratio, you just need to grab one and put it on the screen. Now this is not what I want. It's on score, right? So I am going to go ahead and use these, and then I'm going to come up to the very top and unlock it before I change it over to engrave. You can draw these out a little bit this way. Just be careful you're not warping any letters. So now that it's positioned mostly, I'm going to hit engrave, see it a little better. Now, I'm going to zoom in and I can see the design, but I also think we've got two things going on. So the very first one down here at the top left shows you your canvases, but the one below it shows you your objects and layers. So you can see in this group, there's actually two vectors. So I'm going to change this one by right-clicking to a different color. You can see that yellow in there. We can Command A or Control A to select everything in that group and hit make a compound path. Or if you're like me, I'm just going to delete it. I don't need it. It's not adding anything. So I'm going to select and hit the delete button. Our test up there is done. You can see I ran another little foursquare to see if I could get more vintage or not. It has both the full burn, but it also has vintage burns. So I'm going to choose that. Notice how I replace those magnets with short magnets so that I don't have the laser hitting it. Now, if we double click, we can edit this anyway. And I want you to always look at this for vectors. Copy and paste. You can see over here, there's two now. I'm just going to ungroup them. On the copy, come up to edit, hit simplify, and let it do its thing. Just hit the 1. We're not trying to make it super different. We're trying to see if we can get any speed in our engraving. That's it. So I'm going to hide background. I'm going to look at these two, turning off my tests and all that back here. You can see which design you like. You can edit the copy. So you see how my little splatter dot things at the top are missing. I'm just going to copy it from the pink one and put it in this one. Now I've shown how to do that in another video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to hide the design, flip that. Remember, we flipped it over, so I'm going to take a picture by closing the lid. Now I'm going to choose 57 power, 300 speed, 1 pass, and 100 LPC. The reason is I want that vintage vibe. If you want a full, you're going to choose a different setting. So I'm going to put, for both of these, do you see they're both highlighted in gray over on the left, 57 power, 300 speed, 1 pass, 100 LPC, and we are on bidirectional. Again, my goal is to get a vintage looking burn. That's why I'm choosing that one. All right, so making sure that those are off, let's just hide those. Now it's time to position, okay? When we position, I'm going to turn on one of these, it doesn't matter which one, but when we position, we've already created the distance measure. That's the first thing you need to do. And the second thing, before you start moving all this around, go ahead and get a stitch view. This stitched view has that laser module taking pictures directly over the item. That means you're going to get the best view in order to get the most accurate placement. Now you can't see it very well, but I'm making micro movements with the up arrow key on my keyboard. And we're not quite done, but I'm going to drag this one on top. It won't be the exact same because we simplified it, right? But I'm just getting it into place so that I can have those two there. Now, I still have some extras on my, you see over there, we need to turn these extra tests off. Now the only thing on my keyboard or on my build list is that engraving. So I'm going to hit process and look at the top, 22 minutes and 43 seconds. Let's see if our copy got us anything. Now I'm going to turn that pink one off and turn on my copy. So I'm just selecting it, turning on the view and turning on the output. You can see the settings are all the same. I hit process. This only got me 20 seconds. Not enough for me, so I'm going back. I will actually delete this because, you know, I don't need it anymore. It's not going to get me anything, and I don't want to simplify it anymore. Okay, so again, you can keep it, delete it, whatever, but make sure it's turned off. Now, this right here isn't perfect for me. I can see that I need to move the angle just a little bit, not that much. So I'm just going to come up to the very top bar and type in numbers until I like what I see. And that one, I do like what I see. So I'm just making sure the corner points are good here. I could move it up, but I think it'd be a little odd because of those little water squirts. I don't know what those are called. Decorative accents. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this little edit in here. These are vectors, which means we can hit that edit button that looks like a spaceship, and I can just delete this random hole in there. I don't know why it was there. It looks better when it's full. So now I'm ready. I'm going to delete that close view by right clicking, And now I'm going to turn on the output. Everything is loaded. It's the only thing set on our build list here. So let's go ahead and process. I hit start in the software, then I hit start on the machine, and it begins counting down. Now I'm not going to show you all of this because it did indeed take 22 minutes and 40 some odd seconds, but I can see that I'm already getting the look that I want, so I know my settings are correct. I want to highlight this. You can come in here and see if your settings are correct more without that orange lid by coming into enable monitoring. That's a real-time view. All right, so once that is done, I'm going to let my AP2, which is the air purifier from Xtool, automatically exhaust. Now, if you are unsure if you like the engraving, you have to clean Chalkboard. I'm just using water on a washable cloth, holding this in place, and then I'm going to clean it. Now, a lot of that gunk comes off, right? Now with this, you have to dry it. Watch it turn white, right? Because when you dry it, that's the final result. That's my big tip for Chalkboard. It's also good for slate. Now, I know that I'm happy with this, so I'm going to move it. Otherwise, you can rerun it exactly as you had it before. But under studio lighting, it doesn't quite look white, but I promise it is. Let me show you in natural light. I'm pretty excited with this, to be honest. This came out a little better than I expected for a Dollar Tree chalkboard. Pretty happy. There it is in natural light. Now, as a reminder, you can get this for free. The material test parameters and the actual file are out on Atom. I'll put the link down below. Now, while you're there, you also can get instruction, but click on my name up here and be sure to follow me for more free files over on the Xtool Atom platform. Thanks for watching today. Please like the video and subscribe for more.